So it's the end of day 37. I've been thinking a lot today about what I want to talk about because if you listen to this morning's post, because I couldn't post last night, I was in the ER. I've had a little accident yesterday. I fainted and busted my face open, and just one of those things where it's a little scary and definitely makes you glad that you don't live alone and makes you realize how quick accidents can happen. For the last hour or so, I've been thinking about what I want to talk about and decided I want to talk about expectations, and specifically expectations of other people. As you know, if you've been listening to the last 36 days, I have a disabled sister, intellectually disabled sister. I have a father who is slipping. He's 76 years old. He's not been diagnosed with dementia or anything else yet, but everybody, even when my mom was alive, said he is slipping cognitively. Now, this is not something entirely new with him. If you've seen the television program Young Sheldon about the little boy who is a genius but is probably on the autism spectrum with Asperger's, that's my dad. He is, of course, 76, so he's never been diagnosed with autism or Asperger's. But if I had to guess, I would guess he probably has Asperger's. He does not have many social skills, is not very feeling at all, doesn't have a lot of empathy or sympathy, and he's just always been like that. He loved my mom dearly. She was his person, and there has been nobody else, even his children, his mother, his father, his sisters, nobody who, gets that level of emotion from him. I can remember my Aunt Kathy saying to him once, "I'm your sister, it's okay to hug me," because he's so awkward with hugging and showing any sort of emotion. As a child, that's very difficult. You don't understand why your father is like that, and growing up with a sister with special needs, it's especially confusing. And just being a normal adult, you still have that desire for a normal relationship with your father. And sometimes you just have to realize where people are. People can only meet you where they are. And you can want things from them, but if they are not able to give them to you, having the expectation from them is just going to create pain for you and suffering for you. So, for example, this morning I woke up still in a lot of pain from the fall yesterday. Came out, and neither my sister or my father asked how I was doing. And my sister, has special needs, and within a few minutes was melting down already, having her episodes. And for a bit, I felt kind of sorry for myself, thinking, why can't they show some care or concern? And really had to have a little talk with myself and say, they're not there. And it's not that, I could have a talk with them and get them to understand that they could be there and that it's harmful for them not to care. They don't have the capability. And, a lot of people in life, depending on the level of pain this causes and the level of where you are with people in life, some people just completely cut ties with people like that in their life because they cannot handle it. And a lot of people tell me to cut ties. It's not that easy. And I don't expect people to understand that either when they're not in the position, and they've probably never been in the position that I'm in. I am responsible for her at this stage. If you had a child, you wouldn't just walk away from them. Basically, that's what she is. But we really have to understand that our expectations are what causes suffering within us. Unmet expectations. When my mom was alive, she made everything really special. She was kind of the heartbeat of the family. She was responsible for buying Christmas presents, for decorating the house for the holidays. She just kind of made everything special. She kept up with the customs. She kept in touch with other family members. She always remembered everybody's birthday. She cared about people. If you were in the hospital, she was the one coming to sit by your bed. If you had a baby, she was the one sending you a baby gift. She was just very thoughtful. And anyways, my mom passed a little over 3 years ago from cancer. And since then, I've kind of stepped into her role with things, but there's no way I could do what she does. And a lot of things have fallen apart. She made sure that every birthday I had was special, and I never went without a gift with her. Even when I was living across the country, she always made sure to send something. And this past Christmas, woke up on Christmas morning, and my sister and dad all got their gifts. They were opening them, just happy as can be. And then we get to me, and there's absolutely nothing. And I, rather than having the emotional intelligence in that moment to know, these people, they're family, but they are not going to meet this need or want that I have. They're not capable of something. Neither one of them really has the wherewithal to think to get a Christmas gift for me. And looking back, they really never had. It's been my mom who would buy the Christmas gift and put their names on it for me. But this Christmas got really upset. I kept thinking, when I lived alone, it didn't bother me one bit to spend Christmas alone because there was nobody there you're expecting a gift from. I don't think we should completely lower expectations, but managing them is wise. Otherwise, you're setting yourself up for disappointment. Managing them means if there's something you want or need, you make sure that you yourself can get that. You can buy yourself the flowers. You make sure you are loving yourself in whatever way you need to be loved first. Other people are a bonus. If they love you the way you want to be loved, that's wonderful, but it's a bonus. You cannot expect it. And we are really lucky to find those people who love us in that way. Somebody has been sending me gifts for the past couple weeks. I don't know who it is. I thought I knew. I don't know. Definitely wasn't an expectation I had from anybody. It's been a pleasant surprise. I've gotten 3 envelopes that say "From your summer secret Santa" on them. And they've had little gifts inside, and they mean so much. The person hasn't told me who it is, but I know somebody out there cares about me and loves me enough to do this, which, what else can you ask for? That means everything to me. Yeah. Expectations, we must meet them first for ourselves. Take care of ourselves, be autonomous, care for ourselves the way we wish other people would. Let everything else be a bonus. I'm definitely not saying to let people walk all over you, but understand where people are in their lives, whether you can accept where they are and how that affects your life. For example, with my sister and dad, that's where they are. They are not capable intellectually, emotionally. We have to learn to meet them where they are and grant them love. Not just don't expect, but give them the love that we wish we had. Give them the love that they need that they probably won't express to you. So that's what I wanted to talk about. Just the expectations you have, you've got to fulfill them yourself. Let everything else be bonus. So I believe that there's really 2 sides to this coin. High expectations are very important, but you have to understand where that's coming from. On the other side of the coin, not having expectations from places and people that cannot meet those expectations is important. It's really having the emotional intelligence to understand the difference. I have a high expectation for what I will accept for myself. If somebody's talking to me poorly, am I going to continue in this relationship? Am I going to look at what the dynamics are, like in my situation, and decide not to take it personally because somebody might not have the intellectual ability or emotional ability to understand what empathy is. So, but it's important to keep your expectations high with, the quality of food you put into your body, the way, and especially the mental state you're willing to accept for yourself. That's within your control entirely. It's completely within our control whether we are going to work through things in our heads and in our hearts and in our emotions and choose best thoughts that help us in life, or if we are going to go down a path of low expectations for ourselves when we are totally in control of that. So it's learning what we are in control of and what we're not in control of. Other people, manage your expectations. Consider the source, as my mom used to say. With yourself, keep your expectations high.